started with just 500 rupees earned by selling mud and built India's biggest business empire, Dhirubhai Ambani. Just imagine if you had only 500 rupees, no identity, no big name and no support, only a dream so big that people laugh at it. Would you chase that dream or give up in the face of circumstances? But there was one man who turned those 500 rupees into a weapon and built an empire whose name now lives in every Indian's heart, Reliance Industries. This is the story of a man who never feared dirt nor failure, who saw business not just as a way to make money but as a mission to change the course of the nation. That is the true identity of Dhirubhai Ambani. Today we'll dive deep into this subject. But before we begin, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you get all our latest videos first. So let's begin today's story without any delay. Born in 1932 in the small village of Chorwad in Gujarat, Dheerajlal Hirachand Ambani, whom the world now knows as Dhirubhai, was someone who dreamed big right from childhood. But between his dreams and reality lay a deep chasm: poverty. His father was a school teacher and the family was so large that sometimes even breathing in their two-room house was difficult. His mother was a housemaker and Dhirubhai was one of 5 siblings. Under such conditions, even completing his education was a challenge. He could only study up to the 10th grade, yet deep in his heart burned a fire to achieve something big. At a very young age, he took on the weight of family responsibilities. To support the household, he started selling fruits and fritters. But while that filled their stomachs, it couldn't feed his dreams. So, he made a bold decision to leave the country and move to Aden, Yemen. His elder brother Ramnikla lived there, and with his help, Dhirubhai landed a job at a petrol pump. The salary was only 300 rupees per month. But someone who thinks big can find opportunity even in small places. While working at the petrol pump, his hard work and sharp mind impressed the company so much that he was soon promoted to manager. But Dhirubhai Ambani's eyes were set on a different path. He realized that a job could help run one's life but not write history. And so, after 6 years, he bid farewell to Yemen. He had only 500 rupees in his pocket, but his mind was brimming with ideas worth millions. He returned to India and headed straight to Mumbai. In Mumbai, Dhirubhai realized that the people here truly understood the pulse of business. And if one worked hard in the right direction, nothing was impossible. He observed that there was a massive demand for Indian spices overseas. Ginger, turmeric, chili, everything was in craze. At the same time, the demand for polyester was rapidly increasing within the country. He decided to start with the spice trade. He turned a small rented room into his office. What office really? It was just a table, 3 chairs and a register. But the dream was to build a company that would represent India on the global stage. With the help of his cousin Champaklal Dhamani, he launched a small company, Reliance Commercial Corporation. His first spice export order came from the United States. And from that point on, began a journey that has never stopped. Dhirubhai Ambani's business instincts were so sharp that he even made money by selling soil. An Arab sheikh wanted rose gardens in his palace, and for that he needed a special type of Indian soil. As soon as Dhirubhai heard about it, he immediately arranged and delivered the soil to the sheikh. The sheikh asked, "How much money do you want?" Dhirubhai replied, "Whatever you think is fair." And the sheikh paid him exactly what he asked for. No questions asked. That was his first big deal. Not through a company, but purely through clever thinking. After spices, he turned his attention to the textile business. He noticed that the polyester trade was expanding rapidly. In 1966, he laid the foundation of a textile mill in Ahmedabad and began Reliance Textiles. Soon after, he launched the brand Vimal, which became a household name. Vimal पहनने वालों की बात ही कुछ और है. The success of Vimal proved that Dhirubhai wasn't just a dreamer. He had the power to turn those dreams into reality. One by one, he stepped into various sectors: plastics, petrochemicals, power, magnesium, and telecom. Then in 1985, he changed the name of his company to Reliance Industries Limited. But this was more than a name change. It was an expansion of vision. Dhirubhai Ambani's next move was into the petrochemical sector. He set up his first plant in Gujarat and made it operational in 1992. But his biggest leap came between 1998 and 2000, when he built the world's largest refinery in Jamnagar, Gujarat. A dream that at that time seemed impossible for any Indian entrepreneur, but Dhirubhai made it possible. His success wasn't limited to India. He also transformed the politics of the Indian stock market. He was the first Indian industrialist to connect millions of small investors to the equity markets. Launching an IPO during that era was a revolutionary step. He made the common man a stakeholder in big companies. But every success comes at a price. As the Reliance empire grew, challenges followed. both personal and professional. Critics tried to label him with terms like crony capitalism, but no one could deny his success. Because his formula was simple: if the dream is big, the effort must match it. On July 6, 2002, he bid farewell to this world. But it wasn't just the departure of a man. It was the end of an era that redefined entrepreneurship in India. After his passing, the reins of Reliance were divided between his two sons, Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani. While Mukesh took Reliance Industries to new heights in technology and energy, Anil Ambani ventured into telecom, power and infrastructure. Today, Reliance Industries is India's most valuable company, with a market cap of 20.66 lakh crore. This isn't just a number. It's not the end of a story, but the beginning. The beginning of a dream that started with just 500 rupees. The beginning of a mindset that journeyed from selling soil to building oil refineries. And most importantly, the beginning of a name that has no longer just become a family name, but has become the business identity of India. Today, when the youth of this country talk about startups, scalability, investment and funding, they must remember the story of Dhirubhai Ambani. Because he proved that dreams have no price, but you must have the courage to turn them into reality. The story of Dhirubhai Ambani is a lesson for every person who feels that circumstances are against them. Because circumstances were against Dhirubhai too, but he changed those circumstances. He taught us that there's only one letter that separates a challenge from a chance. And the one who understands this creates history. So the next time you fill fuel at a Reliance petrol pump, watch a video using Jio's network, or buy Vimal clothes at a mall, remember, all this was once the dream of a man who started with just 500 rupees. He may be gone, but what he left behind is a legacy. A lasting belief that no dream is too small if your determination is strong.
Something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.